Hello, welcome to our Halloween episode of One Van and One Camera. The news for this episode, Glaswegian news in fact. There's been the Glasgow Clutha crash investigation. They've actually been doing the investigation. They've found out, in fact, the helicopter crash had been caused by fuel pump switches being switched off within the aeroplane. And that's led to a lot of questions. Why were they switched off and who switched them off? I mean, for instance, the airplane and helicopter driver, he would be most at control of his switches, so it suggests as it being possibly suicide. Talking of rugby news, Scotland have been kicked out of the World Cup. The match that kicked Scotland out of the World Cup, it looked like they were actually going to be they were going to be going through to one of the finals, but within literally the last 30 seconds of the game, a try had happened, and that knocked the score outwards and them out of the World Cup. It was a total shame. You know, a lot of people are talking, in fact, did the referee do something foul? Technology news, in fact, the TalkTalk server's been hacked. This is not the first incident that happened with TalkTalk. This is the third one, so there's a lot of unhappy customers and there's a lot of people wanting to change over. The remedies that TalkTalk are talking about already are too little, too late. NASA news, in fact, NASA have been doing lots of exploratory work with Mars, and they've actually found a Martian colony, perhaps. It's really quite interesting. They've been doing a lot of work with Mars over the last umpteen years, to be honest. Never try to use your penis as a replacement Oyster card. It will not work. Yes, it might be tender, but it's not legal tender. It will all fail because people just suck titties at social media. But hold a minute, I win. That picture, that viral picture of it's me or the bike, it's actually quite a win. You know, to be honest, if you look at the picture, the guy actually looks very comfortable upon the bike. The interesting question is, see when he takes that superbike to the petrol station, by him putting the fuel nozzle into the bike, is he feeding it or is he penetrating? A fail. Chainmail. Absolutely irritating to see. And to be honest, it just clogs up my newsfeed. Get the fuck. Yuck. A win. Office humour statuses. It's poetry in motion. It's just a win-win situation. It's a bit of a grey matter, this one, you know, doing a brotherly gesture, putting your younger brother onto social media. You know, it's a kind of win situation, then it suddenly becomes a fail. Number one, you have to be 13 and over to be on social media, number one. Number two, you know, social media's crammed full of cyberbullies, trolls, perverts, phishing. You're only just opening the door wide open, leaving them wide open to absolute tons of abuse. Dawn Duck. The poorly drawn MS Paint version of Daffy Duck. It's funny, but you know, it's very dark humour. It's very dark humour indeed. But it's really good fun. It's all in good taste, but it's absolutely dark as hell. Probably remember Facebook going down pretty recently, and some people just took an absolute flaky. But this person took to Twitter and posted an excellent post. Such a win. It was beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, that Iron Man you see, Tony Stark, in the flesh. The Glaswegian Tony Stark.
Iron Man.
There we go. Oh, we got a shot of Iron Man's penis there. There you go. That's you now seen Iron Man is also a stripper by night.
Iron Man. Iron Man's actually coming to Babe Station tonight, so if you want some Tony Stark action on the telephone, it's 079 Babe Station.
The cameraman is going for a puff.
Oh my.
At the same time, this is world class multitasking.
Definitely, man.
And they say men can't multitask.
Ah, bollocks.
Why, yeah.
I could have a piss and read my Facebook.
Exactly. I can.
Exactly,
like, I can fart, shite and piss at the same time. I mean, that's 3 things in the one time, you know what I mean? Top quality.
In fact, on this episode, once again, we're in Mugdock Castle, which is within Mugdock Country Park, but there's absolute tons of history here. The stairway that leads to nowhere. It actually just terminates there.
Is it?
Aye. No, you really get shits up here in case it's ghosties.
You did, didn't you?
Aye.
I mean, there was people hung here, so...
Aye.
If you were a believer in ghosts, then...
Aye. Surprised the Vet Fielding and the Most Haunted crew haven't been up. Alright folks, I just want to say a massive thank you to one and all for joining us on the Halloween episode of One Vannan, One Camera. Be sure to be joining us on the next episode. It should be out roughly about the 15th of November. But until then, stay chill, stay safe, enjoy Halloween. Don't do anything I wouldn't. But most of all, enjoy Halloween and good night.